back to Erica's Homestead and Family, guys. It's been a little bit, but let's get right down to it because I did not push play earlier. I just realized it. Anyhow, I had two large cabbage heads I had picked up at the store for $2 a piece. They are organic. Sorry about the clinking, but I gotta get to cutting. You need to have about 6 pounds is what the Ball Canning Book 2017 edition for pickled cabbage. Forgot what I was cutting, guys. And I have already got a large pot. This is 1/4 cup of salt. As you can see, there is salt through here. You're going to let this sit in salt overnight. I'm going to cover this up just because you never know if you have a fruit fly or whatever. You don't want that in there. So I will cover it up with a tea towel. Let it sit on the back of my counter for 24 hours. You will have a lot of cabbage sauce, juice, water out of it, whatever you want to call it. You want to drain that thoroughly. You're going to put this in a colander, rinse it 3 times to get the salt out of there. Otherwise, your stuff is going to be super salty. You don't want that when you're canning up the cabbage. This is absolutely fantastic just to take it out of the jar, eat it just as a side dish, a meal, whatever you want. I like it on our fish taco nights. I did a fantastic fish taco a couple weeks ago, and this was still so crispy, guys. Don't hesitate to do it. Need to make sure that you're stocking up on things that your family eats. Not just store-bought stuff, but learn a trade. It's fantastic. Canning is something you can never go wrong with. I'm really excited. My daughter had just asked me if she could learn how to do water bath canning. And that's what this is. This is going to be water bath canning. She's not wanting to do pressure canning yet, and that's okay. Just learn something. You can make your jellies, you can make jams, you can make salsas, pasta sauce, cowboy candy. Oh, look here. I have a jar of that right here. Look at that. And this one has pineapple in it, and it's fantastic. We're having this tonight. This is a pineapple, wonderful, sweet, yet spicy sauce that I can up, and it's fantastic over salmon, pork, any of that. It's just nice having stuff at home, guys. Learn a trade. It's fantastic. Anyhow, 2 large cabbages equals about 6 pounds. A little less, that's okay. This is organic. I'm saving the heads for my peacocks outside. I'm sprinkling on the rest of my 1/4 cup of salt. I need to get a bigger pot, obviously. Cut the rest of this up, and I will catch you guys back tomorrow, and where we are going to wash, drain, spice, get our brine ready, our jars ready, and ready to can this up by hot water bathing. See you tomorrow, guys. I have not paid attention. I never pushed play. Guys, I'm sorry. Anyhow, this was all of my cabbage. It was over 7 pounds. I didn't realize it was that big of organic cabbage. I just got it from the grocery store. This one, I stuck carrots in. So this is 3 washings before I stuck it in the jars. Jars are clean, all that happy jazz. As you can see, I have packed it. I have just taken, I've lost my spoon. Ah, there it is. My spoon, packed them down. The Ball Canning Book does say pack them down. So I have packed each one down. I have made my brine. You see that in there before I steam it up? This is 8 cups is what the Ball Canning Book calls for, but I did 10 cups because I have a larger batch here of apple cider vinegar. Now it does call for red wine. I don't necessarily care for it. I use the apple cider vinegar. I have 2 tablespoons of mustard seed in there. I have 2 tablespoons of whole clove and bay leaf, just pretty much whatever you want for your pickling brine. This is the way I like it. Like I said, it is in the 2017 Ball Canning Book. If you look up pickling cabbage, I will also break this down exactly what my recipe is, and I'll leave it down in my description. I'm sorry, guys, that I forgot to push play. So right now I want to take the hot brine because I just took it off the stove. It is super hot, It smells really good in here. I want to get it put into my jars. And I seen something when I was on YouTube looking this up, just seeing how other people do it. And you have to excuse my disaster zone here. I also have the pear butter back there. Ooh, doesn't that look good? It smells so good in here. I left the lid off of that so that way it will cook down. It's off now. But somebody said that you could use packaged cabbage. So I went ahead and got one packaged cabbage. I set it overnight. I did only, what did I do? I did 4 tablespoons of salt to this so that way it would sit, and it's really nice. I'm going to try canning that up and just to see. We really like fish tacos with this. It is so good. Make your sauce that you like with it. Add a little cilantro. Throw this on top of your fish tacos. That's so good. Anyhow, I'm going to stop chit-chatting, guys. I will bring you back as I fill these jars. I need to get my ladle out. I don't have that. I am just a mess here, guys. But I'll just keep bringing you back. And in the description below, I will make sure I put the recipe in it. Alright, guys. I'm going to start canning it up. Now, I had said just go ahead and mix all your stuff up and not worry about a tea bag area. I wish I had one because I wouldn't have to do this. So I have a little sieve here. I don't necessarily want the mustard seed in here or any of my other spices. So I'm going to strain it. And that's perfectly fine. As you can see, it does a really good job. Are you being able to see that? I hope so. So just strain it. I've got a little cup over here. I'll flip that into. And then the strainer is nice and clean. We can move on to the next one. I am leaving about 1 inch of head space. I have lost my poker. Making sure that we get the air bubbles because this is so compacted, guys. Do not forget to debubble. It is a very, very important thing. See, I can already get more liquid in there. I am down here to where I want 1 inch of headspace. It's not touching it. So I do need to add a little bit more liquid. This is going to be one of the ones I'm testing. So I wanted to make sure I got that in the canner right away. There we go. A little bit more. Perfect. I'll do one more here with you guys, and I won't bore you with loading it, but let's see. Can you see that? 1 inch of headspace. I don't want to spill it because it is sticky. And like I said earlier, I apologize for not starting the video on time. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory that you clean your cabbage 3 times underneath water. And then you let it drain. And you just pack it into your jars. And if you have a packer, a pickle packer, use that. I just use the end of a good heavy wooden spoon. So, again, if you have a reusable tea bag, that would have been good. A cheesecloth, anything like that would have been good to have so you didn't have to do this. But I have a strainer, and it's working. And we just strain it off to the side. Move this, and again, debubble. Ooh, this one I packed pretty tight. Look, can you see all those bubbles? Can you see those bubbles when I do that? See all the bubbles floating up? So that's what you want to do. Push your debubbler down there. If you don't have a debubbler, use wooden skewer. Back of a thin wooden spoon. Do not use metal. You don't want to break your jars, guys. You've done all this work and you don't want to chip this. So I'm going to get these all loaded. I know I am doing this a little backwards. I had a couple things come up today with the boys at school. I had a meeting I didn't know about. And so I'm running way behind. But we're going to get there. I'll bring you back as soon as I get these all jarred up. I'm going to wash the tops here and get the lids on and keep on trucking. And I'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, so on my last little bit, I didn't think you guys would want to see this, but maybe you do, from start to finish type area. This is vinegar in here, just white vinegar. I know it looks like water, but it's white vinegar. A clean dish rag, cloth, whatever you want. Now I'm going to turn it. This is sticky because it has that sugar in it. So I'm going to go over it twice. And then I'm going to rotate my cloth. dip it in there again, and just go around. And I'm going to rotate my cloth and go around. Okay, that's nice and clean. I have warm water here. My fingers are clean, so it's good. And that's where my tops are. I'm going to screw those down. Fingertip tight. And I will make sure they're tighter, a little bit tighter when I'm done here. So, see my mess? I got a mess. But I have a canner load here. And I was going to double stack it, but I decided not to. I have some more brine left. This is just hot water in here. In fact, I need to put a little bit of vinegar in my water so that way my jars don't cloud up on me. But I'm going to take these onions, and I have enough probably for 2 jars of brine. So I'm going to cut these onions up. I'm going to stick them in a jar, and I'm going to hot water bath those as well. And let me tell you, pickled onions on a burger or on chicken is fantastic, guys. So I'll let you see what that looks like before I stick it in the canner. Alright guys, I forgot. These have only been in the canner for like 3 or 4 minutes maybe. And I forgot to add the pickle crisp. I feel safe enough that these are hot, but I can still pick these up with my hands. See? I can still pick them up. They're hot, but I can still pick them up. I forgot the pickle crisp. It's 1/8 of a teaspoon in each container right on top. I have never done it without. I know I like the crispiness of it. So I want it to be as crispy as it is now that I'm setting it in the jars. I will even put it in with my onions, which I have not showed you that yet. So it has just been kind of a crazy day, and I should have just taken time and done it correctly, and I wouldn't be going back over. So epic fail, but yet I'm fixing it. It was not too late, so technically not a fail. I will go back through and clean off every single one of these jars. Again, I opened up the jars. I have hot water here again with vinegar in it. I washed those with soap and water just to make sure that none of the stickiness got on here. So, can you see that? Yep. I am just taking it and going around the rim. This is for security for me because I messed up. So, go around the rim, get another end, dunk it back into the vinegar. I'm on the other end of the paper towel, turning it. These are nice and warm. And I feel secure that these jar lids are okay because nothing sealed. They were not in there that long. So now you will watch fingertip tight. There we are. I'm going to get my dropper so I don't drop it and hit the bottom and waste all my work. I'm going to put it back in the hot water bath. I'm turning it back on. And we're going to do this again. So I apologize, but I have fixed it. Thank goodness, not a waste. I'm going to get these 3 back in right away. I want to try to work kind of quick here. So, fail, no fail type area. This is my onions. Can you guys see that? I'll show you a better picture of it when it's done. But right now, I'm going to get these into the canner. I'm going to let you go. I'll bring you back when this is done. So, this is how it's turned out. As you can see, it's lightened up. The broth has become, or brine, sorry, not broth. The brine has become very purple. And there's our onions. And this one has the carrots in it. So, guys, I'm going to close this out. Hope you guys have a blessed time. Try something different. Oh, and here's one more, I guess. Ooh, these are hot yet. So it still turned kind of purple because it had the purple cabbage in it. So, but like I was saying, have a blessed day. Try something new.